Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my shop. My name is Steve, and today I've got a project that I wasn't expecting. We've been working on the 14 Chevrolet, different parts of the car from the motor to the rear end. And this past week we've been working on the brakes, trying to assemble all the parts, find what parts are missing, and either make or do something about coming up with what we need. Let me take you over here and show you what we've been doing here. These are the brake shoes. This is actually the brake drum, and then there's a shoe that goes inside, and then there's also a shoe that goes around the outside. This one we had to make out of an old one. Actually, how did we do that? Anyway, it was joined together in the middle here, and it was too big. Didn't want to, it was, this one here you have to pry it apart. That's the way it's supposed to work. This one we had to pry it together to get it to stay together. It wouldn't stay together. It was sprung out. So after numerous attempts at just trying to force it, spring it in, that didn't work. So what I ended up doing was tying these two pieces together with a wire bail, and we generally just heated it up, and I got it the whole rim just kind of cherry red, and then we just let it cool, and lo and behold, it's just the way it's supposed to be now. So that worked out much better than I anticipated. Then the next step is we've got new brake lining here, and a piece laying in here inside the drum for the other side too. So we got two pieces of brake lining, and it has to be riveted on. The old way they did it was they rivet them on. Today they're glued on, and they don't use drum brakes hardly anymore. I don't know of anybody that makes drum brakes still. They're all disc brakes today. So this is the old technology for sure. And one of the things I've got here is an old rivet machine. It's designed specifically to install the rivets and the brake linings. And this is made by the Chicago Rivet Machine Company, Bellwood, Illinois. Anyone from Bellwood? Let me know. Suburb of Chicago. It's an Admiral C, serial number AC45. How about that? And it's got some features. It's actually before my time. This is so old. Originally, it had a motor that mounted onto here, and there was a drill bit that came up through here, I believe, and there's a hole right there. It goes down into this collector bag. So it either, I'm not sure exactly how this was used. Over here, I've got another one. It's a different make and model. This one still has the motor on it. When you when you push down on here, you put the brake lining on here, I guess, and you bring it down, and it drills your hole for you. And then this part up here, when you step on the foot pedal down here, it causes this to go up and down. And then this one over here is another one, and it works the same way. So there were tools that went into these holders and would pinch, and then this tray here, I think, was just to hold your rivets and different parts of your tool. There was a holder here for the different tools that went into here, and they were designed to be mounted onto the floor, and the garage shops back in the day would do brake lining, take off the old brake linings and put on new. And so these are 3 relics. Now, I was curious, I didn't know for sure how this was used, but I believe that this was actually a metal punch, or some sort of a punch. These are some of the dies. It looks like a die that went in here, and this would go in here and it would come down and punch the hole. You'd have to change out this die or put in a receiver die. I guess that would go in there maybe like so. This machine is, I think, the best one of the 3. It's definitely the heaviest one for sure. Solid cast iron. But we've got a problem. And up inside of here, there's a piece broken. You can see it right there, I think. Let's see. Bring in there. Let's see. So my goal now is to see if I can repair this piece. It goes from here all the way through and comes back into there. So there's a pin there, there's 2 pins there, and another pin here, and then there's a big pin right up here, which holds this pivot arm in place. So this part is broken and needs to be repaired. It will work, but it doesn't work properly. So I thought maybe I'd bring you along. We'll take it apart and see what we need to do to repair it, or make a new part, or whatever we have to do. Maybe Clark can cast me a new one if this one can't be fixed, but I think we can fix it. So let's go on and get her going. Pull this pin out. It comes out pretty easily, and this pin will come out easily, but it's attached right now. I'm gonna leave it attached because it's got that broken piece hanging there. I'll lay this over here, and you just have to get a couple of these cotter pins out of there. Let me go get my cotter pin. This arm on the side, it's got 4 bolts holding it on, and it's kind of in my way a little bit. So I want to just kind of make it easy on me. So I think I'll just take this thing off and get it out of my way. Okay. All right. Set this aside. There's a cotter pin right there. Cut that off. Okay. Made it to the ground. All right. There we are. Okay. Okay, there's a pin. All right. So now this piece here should come out. Yeah. There we go. And trying to get this out, I saw this and thought, well, what is that? But that's the eject port for the plug that punches out, and it goes through this molded hole in the frame here into this box, and this box opens up, and this is basically the trash can to catch the chips that come out of this when it chops it out of there. Now I've got something is wedged. It's got a burr somewhere here. I'm trying to see if I can feel something. If there's anything catching or swollen. I guess it's just from age. It's just tight, so it may not want to come out. So I think what I'll do is just kind of tap it up a little further and just leave it there for the time being. Don't know if we have to take it out to get the other part out or not. Now this piece here, if this will go back, then this piece should drop out. This back piece here. I have to get this rivet pin out here. And that's got a little hairpin, not a hairpin, but a horseshoe snap ring on there. So let me get my snap ring pliers. There we go. I didn't think I was going to get that. Okay. Okay. Pinch the fingers. There it goes. All right. So that's our pin on the other side. Looks like half the snap, or yeah, it's missing. Now pull that out. That should release. So we got this piece now floating here. And this should go back now. Isn't that interesting? What's keeping us here? Okay, there we go up a little higher. Now this will come out. Okay, that's there. That's out. Now this should come out the front door here. Except for this one clevis pin here is going to keep us from going out. So, let's see if we can get that last little obstacle here. We should be able to pull that right out there. There she comes. Now we need to do is turn it around, pull it out. Easier said than done, right? Oh, baby. There we go. Now it should be just a easy matter here. Pull that right out of there. Sure. Nothing to it. There we go. Now that should go out the other side. That one's out. Okay. Okay, and there's our part. And there's a part that's broken. And the other part is up here. Now they pull the pin out, this part will come out. And so we have this one piece then, which is cast iron, but doesn't have to be. All it has to be is put together. So this pin here will slide out of there, like that. And we were wearing on that piece, and we shouldn't have been. This shouldn't have been rubbing on here, but it was because it was just sitting on there like that. So, this is our defective piece, which is looks like a pretty simple piece to make. 2 different size holes. So that'll be our next job. I guess we could just call them up and order this K13, right? Oh yeah. They probably made this machine in 70 years. All right, let's go do it.